So before we, sorry about that. Before we break down today's video, I want to acknowledge something very important. In my last video, I told everyone keep an eye on the West Elite 16. But the truth is, the tournament had already finished. And the reason that wasn't clear at first is simple. The coverage for the West Elite 16 has been very limited. Scores were late, highlights were scattered, game reports were not posted in real time, or should I say nowhere near the visibility we saw in the East Elite 16 in Nairobi. And honestly, the lack of visibility might be another reason Dar City should move forward for the BAL wildcard, because BAL isn't just about choosing a basketball team. They're choosing a region that brings coverage, energy, storylines, fan engagement, and media presence. The East had all of that and a bag of chips. The West, so-and-so. But now the results from prior are finally here, Cape Verde. Let's break down exactly what happened, who the West third place team is, and how they compare to Dar City, because I know we're excited to know. So let's get into it. So the third place team from the West Elite 16, the team Dar City is being directly compared with for the BAL wildcard slot is CRBT, Centre de Reference de Basketball de Timbuktu from Mali. They beat Spintex Knights 90-64 in the third place game in prior. That's in Cape Verde. So now the conversation is very simple. Dar City against CRBT. East third going against the West third. Winners, the winner gets the BAL wild card. So let's look at their resume. Dar City's East Elite 16's resume. Dar City finished the East Elite 16 with a 4-1 record, 3-0 in a group, including a win over Beira. Lost the semifinal to Johannesburg Giants by just 2 points, dominated Beira 92-77 in the third place game, leading by as many as 23. They didn't just win, they played BAL level basketball. Putney with 20 plus, Zuzua orchestrating with 10 assists, Deng attacking the rim, and most importantly, Hashim Thabit controlling the paint for 40 minutes. When Thabit is on the floor, Dar City plays with real defensive identity. And against Beira, he almost never sat. And Beira, they shot only, 37%. This team has star power, structure, rim protection, pace, and big game production. Now, if we look at CRBT's resume in the West Elite 16, CRBT came through the West with toughness and depth. Wins over Creole Star, man, Almeida, how you doing, man? All is well, what happened? But anyway, let's get back to it. Okay, they lost to JCA in the group. Heavy semifinal loss to Benghazi, who went on to win the whole thing. They're a really good team, though. Bounced back to beat Spintex by 26 in the third place game. They rely on depth, physicality, and bench scoring, with the second unit often changing the momentum of games. Their style is classic West African basketball, physical, rugged, defensive, and team-oriented. Okay, so if we do a side-by-side comparison, let's try to do this. And let's be objective on this one. I'm going to try to be objective. A, how close were these teams to the final? Dar City, 1 possession away from the East final. CRBT got blown out by Benghazi in the West final. I'll give the edge to Dar City here. Strength of opponents. Okay, that's B, not 2, B. Dar lost to a BAL qualifier, Giants, by 2. CRBT lost to 2 BAL qualifiers, Benghazi and JCA. I would say roughly even, because Benghazi was just blowing everybody out. That's even. So, all right, so dominance in wins, that's C. Dar dominated Beira twice, a proven Elite 16 team. CRBT dominated Spintex and controlled weaker teams. So the edge, slightly Dar, because they were playing stronger opponents, larger statements. D, star power and BAL appeal. Okay, so CRBT, they win by committee. Like we said, it's the whole team. That's the way they play. Dar City, star power, they got Putney, Zuzua, Solo Diabati, The Beat. Names BAL fans already know. So they have a lot of followers and fans. So the edge, I will give it to Dar City. What about E? Market and storyline. This is the good one, all right? I would give that, oh, hold up. First of all, CRBT, they're a rising Mali program. Great internal story. They beat a giant to make it out of Mali. Dar City, first Tanzanian team at this level. New market, huge fan engagement, and they're riding this East African momentum that we have right now. So it's rising from this side. So that's another one. Edge, Dar City by a lot, if you ask me. This wave that they're riding right now. The story factor. BAL is not just selecting the better third place team. They're selecting the better story, the better market, the better fit for the league, and the team that grows the brand. Dar City isn't just competitive, they're important for the BAL conversation. A new Tanzanian representative, a fan base that's fully engaged, a core of BAL level players already performing at that level, a team that just needs the door open. And that matters. That matters if you ask me. Okay, so who deserves the wild card? When you line everything up, results, performances, star power, identity, and the overall storyline, you see two good teams. But you see one team that looks BAL ready right now, and that team is Dar City. If this wild card is based on resume and BAL value and story impact, Dar City walks into that conversation slightly but clearly ahead.